All right, so that beef jerky was super dry, so I cracked open the water. It's good flavor, but just dry. All right. Okay. I can survive now. I have a knife. And it's serrated, so it'll be good for hacking. Well, not hacking. You don't hack with serrations. You saw with serrations. Um, that'll come in handy later when I've got to find a place to dig up and bury those oysters. Lunch and loaf, so I'm not going to die. This stuff will be here long after I perish. Let's see. Boiled peanuts, okay, in a can. Damn it, Jim. So got some Star Trek socks. And they're crew socks. At least they're not red. If they were red, I would not wear them today. I might actually change those out here in just a minute because I had to walk through a lot of high grass to get up here and my socks are soaked. Some rubber bands. Probably can't go hunting with that. Evaporated milk. Okay. I wonder though what I was in here because there's no way to open that can. You gotta shake well though. Alright. Splenda coffee creamer. Okay. I'm really starting to get worried about this. I think this might have been a bad idea. Alright. So there's plenty of food and stuff, and they went all out. So I've got seasonings to make some of this stuff more palatable, maybe. I really should. I meant to bring a tarp to lay all this out on so I could take an inventory of it after I got it all out, but I did not. I didn't do very well. Oh, food tent. Okay, that might come in handy later. You know, if I drum up a bunch of interest out here, protect my stuff. All right, so here, this is going to help a lot. Ooh, yeah, right there, buddy. That is probably going to be a lifesaver. Just to get that down, that'll get me through some hard times today, I'm going to tell you. So I have got they send me dishwashing liquid. I'll have to open that up later and find out what I'm not going to be washing dishes, y'all. I'm not going to be using my water to wash dishes. They can just stay dirty. But I do have little tins and bigger ones, which will be for my grill grate. I'm interested to see what I can make happen out of this. This might wind up being a lot longer video than I thought. I'm still confused. Okay, I gotta find out now. Yeah, it's soap. Hate to break it to you guys, but I'm probably not going to use any of that. I appreciate the thought and the effort and the 4 or 5 ounces that added to my backpack. But the dishwashing liquid may not get used today. It may get poured out and this used for something, but then I'd have to get that soap out. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But this will be handy for some leftovers, maybe. And another bandana. I'll have about 3 pounds of bandanas by the time this is over. Actually, I'll lay this one out. Put some stuff on it. Should have been doing that before. So I got about 12 bandanas now. Okay. Aha! Bottled water. So I'm going to be good on water. Good on water. even if it gets stupid hot. It's not supposed to be horrible today. It's supposed to be cooler, but there's a chance of thunderstorms later on. And it is not quite 8:30, so we'll see how it goes. So plenty of water. Plenty of water. That came from the Dollar Tree. I question this. If this came from the Dollar Tree, it was from like the $5 section. This feels like cheating, y'all. But if you put it in here, it had to come from it because I trust you. So, with that right there, yeah, this is going to be a cakewalk. So, that might be a cakewalk later. I think I got some cake mix. Oh, spatula, silicone. That's good. Let's see. Oh, absolutely. Definitely going to need those for turning and moving stuff. Oh, let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. For organizing my stuff. I'll put all my accoutrement inside for cooking. We'll put that. We'll build a shelf. That was good thinking, guys. Oh, hallelujah. Okay. I was so worried that I was not going to have any cover. I kind of warned them in the beginning. I'm like, if you don't put it in there, I'm not going to have it. So I have got a sparkly tablecloth. The camera probably is having a hard time picking that up. And a shower curtain. This is going to be my shelter. I will probably get this set up fairly quickly now that I know that I've got it, just in case, because I don't want all of this stuff, because there's no way I have a serious doubt that I'll ever get this stuff put back in here the way they had it. So there's a couple of spots pretty close where I can set this up. All right. Still going. Oh, even more. So just in case I screw up on the first 2 or 3, I've got plenty. Well, this will be, you can have too much, but you can double this up, put it on the ground, protects you from the moisture coming up off the ground, or, it's not going to be a ton of protection, but even from, plants, poison oak can't get you through that. All right, I think this is my first aid section. And oh, yeah, that's what I'll be eating with today. That's what I'll be eating with. Bandages, maybe? I don't know. They are craft fabric. Do not know. They're probably polyester. For note taking. I don't know if they gave me a pen or a pencil anywhere. I didn't see one. I'm not completely finished. I don't think. I'll have to go through this and see. I don't believe I saw a pen or pencil, so we'll see. Got a first aid kit, little ouchie boo boo kit. And that's a bunch. It's 8. That's a good deal. All right, so that pocket's empty. All right, I think that is the entirety of my care package from the family. So I'm going to take an inventory real quick. I'm going to, now that I've got plenty of ground cover, I'm going to lay it all out, and I'll get a shot of everything all in one. You didn't give me a pen or pencil. So how am I supposed to take notes? Anyway, like I said, I'm going to take inventory. Probably figure out what I'm going to do for breakfast. And then plan for the rest of the day. So I will make sure I'm not missing anything. I will check back in with you all in a little while. Again, thanks for being here. All right, so I've got everything laid out, and I'm going to give you a glimpse of everything. Hang on. So here we go. Kind of all the food stuff on this side. Utility, tools, and we got my cover and other stuff down here, my kneeling pad. That thing's really going to come in handy today, let me tell you. So that is pretty much gist of everything. There's a couple of things like the trash bags and camera gear and stuff that I'm not showing, but you know. Anyway, I'm gonna work on breakfast. The beef jerky just didn't do it, so I'll circle back here in just a minute. I think a tree just fell, or something fell. All right, like I said, the first thing I want to do is I'm going to set up shelter, shower curtain. So it's got these little grommets in it for hanging it up as a shower curtain, but there's no way that that's going to survive any kind of tension. So without there being real grommets, find a small stone, pebble, something like that, put it up inside, and that gives you a place where you can tie to and put tension on it. Like I said, small stone, something, anything to get purchase on it, you can pull that tight. So I'm going to set this up with some, I guess they're toggles. Anyway, I'm going to set that up, then we'll be right back. So I've got it set up. I did a triangle. So this front part over here is just folded back. Just wanted to get something up just in case. If I need to put a fourth one in, I will use a stake, a pole. I'll put the pole up here and then run a line to it and then down to the ground. The rope twine, it's a clothesline is really what that is marketed as. It's 3-strand, so it's actually 3 times as much twine as is listed on the container or the packaging. So it's really nice. It's really nice. So that's my shelter for now, just in case it rains. It's not for any kind of inclement weather, nothing crazy. It's not going to do anything but keep a little bit of rain off of you, and that's the only reason I set it up right now. That way I can have some place to huddle if it gets bad. So I'm probably going to get the fire going next and get some breakfast cooking. See you soon. All right, back at it, getting ready to get this fire going. Remember, this is not survival. This is comedy. This is fun. So while I am going to drop some hints, tips, tricks, things like the tying up a tarp or whatever, this is not meant to be an instructional video. There will be stuff to learn from it, like not trusting your family to pack a backpack for you. But like I said, this is meant to be fun. I mean, you can criticize if you want to, but I am not approaching this as a training session for me, or can I survive, anything like that. This is meant to be fun for me and fun for y'all. I needed to get out and clear my head, and this is just the best way to do it, to get out here to spend a day with you, I guess. Anyway, it is It has been raining here for about 2 months. There is tons of moisture in the air, in the ground. So the risk of any kind of fire is very minimal. There are no big trees. I mean, there is a big tree there, but as far as roots on the top, and I'm not going to be building a huge fire. It's, end of July, so don't need it for warmth. So I'm just going to build one big enough to cook a little bit of food, get some coals, and then we'll go into that. So let me show you what I want to deal with, and we'll get to it. All right, so I've got a little bit of kindling and wood. Got my matches from the backpack. Got my tea light candles. And the reason I brought these over here is if for some reason I can't get the wood to take a flame off of a match, I'm going to be able to light a candle, and that's going to extend that flame for me, and maybe dry the wood out a little bit, because you want to look for standing dead wood, not stuff that's been laying on the ground, especially in times like this. So I brought this just in case, to extend that flame a little bit, so maybe to dry the wood out. So let's see what we can get going. Get one of these out just in case. Have it ready. Like for my other videos, mise en place. Have everything set out before you get going. So I have got my fairly dry kindling. Don't really have tinder. Oh, I forgot. I also brought these just in case. Dried bamboo skewers, just in case. And I did not bring my knife or anything to cut. Well, I got my pocket knife, but remember, we're not going to be using that unless we just have to, because there's no need for a cutting device. Well, I say that and I can't get this open. So we'll see if these are good matches or not. Diamond. Don't worry, I'll be cleaning up after myself. All right. So let's just try this and see how it goes. Remember, no, strike this way. Let's see. Yeah. Probably gonna need a little bit more than that. I just wanted to see. So we're gonna build our platform here. Put some of the bigger sticks on the bottom so we can build on that. Get them up off of the moisture just a little bit. Can't really see that, can you? There we go. So just putting some of the smaller twigs on the bottom. I'm gonna work on getting those started. It's all about building on success. That's a match. Now, that is one thing you can do. If you got matches that didn't go. And don't try to rush this. Just take your time. I mean, like I said, this is not survival. This is fun. So there's no point in stressing yourself out. Which, I've already done 3 or 4 times today. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Now the problem with using twigs and things of this size is you wind up with a lot of bark, and bark does not like to catch. So probably would have been smart to split some stuff, but that's okay. We're gonna see how it goes. Are you ready? Of course the sun comes out and I think we got a little bit of success there. So maybe not. Evidently, I've woken the Beatles up. Not like, John, Paul, George, and Ringo. John, Paul, George, Ringo? Yeah, that's them. Alright, so I'm going to try to get to the... Actually, I brought the skewers over here. Let's see how that works. I've never done it. See how fibrous that is? Creates a lot of surface area. Surface area is key when you're building a fire. Now you might hear some stuff in the background. So I'm fairly close to civilization. So there's mowers and tractors and dump trucks and all kinds of stuff hanging around. So you might hear that in the background. All right, let's do one more. See if we can get this going. So we don't need much of the fire. Just want to heat up. Probably going to hit something that I know is going to be okay, which is that lunch loaf. So we'll get this going and get it fired up. Got to find some rocks to put that grate on. So now we are on match number 3. So that means we have 297 left. Smell the phosphorus. I think the skewers were the way to go, my friends. And of course I do that and mess it all up. So I want to build up a little bit more of this to have it ready to go. I'm going to go find some better kindling. And turn it back on here in just a second.